Mr. Mixer, I fixed it.
Today, we are diving into the newest model that KitchenAid has released, which is the KSM55, 60, and 70. Now the KSM55, 60, and 70 are the exact same machine internally, so every internal part is going to be the exact same. And this model has been out for approximately 3 years. I believe they came out right in the 2022 era. And they look quite similar to the Professional 600 and Pro 5 Plus, but they actually replaced those models. That's correct. With the introduction of the KSM 55, 60, and 70, they actually replaced a few different models. Most notable ones are the Professional 600 and the Pro 5 Plus, but they also got rid of the 7-quart proline, you know, the 1.3 horsepower DC motor. People loved that machine, but they took that out of the lineup, well, because they introduced a 7-quart machine in the new model with an AC motor. Now these machines, like I said, have been out for a few years now, and because of that, they're starting to break down. So we're making this tutorial to show you how to rebuild some of the parts on this machine. Today, exclusively, we're gonna be talking about the motor. Now, the design of these new AC motors are completely different than the Pro 600, Pro 5 Plus, but they are very similar to what's going on in the DC units. There are, however, some slight differences. So let's go ahead, let's tear this mixer down. I'm gonna show you how to replace that motor. Now there are gonna be a few symptoms when it comes time to replace this motor. Some of the most notable ones are when you turn it on, you are gonna hear some nasty grinding in there. This thing might just stop while mixing, or the machine may turn on, go to high speed, and then immediately power off. And those are really gonna be the main symptoms that dictate that, well, you're gonna need a new motor. And before we go any further, I need to let you know, this is what the motor looks like. It is a motor and transmission assembly. They do not make individual components for this machine like they did in the older models. In some of the older models, you could buy individual gears. You could buy the motor itself. You could buy all the little housing pieces. No, this comes as an entire single unit. It's basically just a drop-in machine. You're gonna remove some screws and plant this right into the old one's place. Now it is gonna help speed up your repair process. It's gonna take care of almost all of the diagnostics because everything's getting replaced. However, it is a little bit more expensive up front versus just replacing individual components. One more parting thought for you before we get started here. You can actually turn these AC style machines into the DC motor units if you would like. We'll be making some videos on that in the future and we'll link them at the end of this video. Sorry for all the long-windedness there. There's just a lot to cover. Let's go ahead and remove this back cap screw. That is going to allow this beauty band to just pop off around the machine. Now, once that beauty band is out of place, there's gonna be 4 screws in the body. There's gonna be 2 on this side, and if we turn it around, there's gonna be 2 in the exact same location on the other side. Let's just go ahead and remove all of those. Now, once we have all of those screws removed, we can simply just grab onto this housing and just lift it right out of place. And underneath it, you're gonna find a relatively simple system. So we have our motor and transmission, we have our speed control board, some power wires, you know, our cord for power coming in, and then really just our Planetary. Now, if you like, you can decide to inspect your gears in here. So there are 2 screws, one here and one here. And if we remove those, we can get a look at what's going on inside that gearbox. Now these gears, they actually look really good. But it's very likely on your machine that the teeth are gonna look like this. You can tell that they're just absolutely cratered and fractured. This is gonna result in a ton of noise, and it's gonna probably cause the mixer to not mix at all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these screws back in. This was a T15 or a Torx 15 head bit, by the way. All right, so there really are only a few steps in the removal and replacement of this motor. And in case you're wondering, anything on this machine, including the motor, we do have available on our website, mrmixer.store. All right, so we need to remove the Planetary. There is a pin right here, so you're gonna need a 1/8 inch punch and a hammer. And let's go ahead, we're just gonna knock that out of place. And once that pin is out of place, this Planetary should just pull down off of the machine just like this. Now let's take a look at this Planetary because this is one of the changes. You can tell this gear is now pressed into place. You cannot remove this gear. On the other models, there was a snap ring right here that you could remove, and you could remove all of these individual components. So If the Planetary ever fails, you do have to replace the whole thing as well. Now, this is one of the reasons why we invented the quick install spring and washer. And the quick install spring and washer is something that we invented. Now, mixers used to always have a spring and washer right here on the beater shaft, and eventually they took them off, which kind of irritated people, so we brought it back. Well, once they started pressing these into place, we actually had to make a version of it that could be installed without tools. It's incredibly simple. We'll show you towards the end of the video. All right, so after this Planetary is removed, there are a few clips that we need to remove before we can take the motor out. One right here that goes to the speed board, and there's just a little tab on that we need to press and then just pull this off of that board. Just like that. And then if we move up here closer to the front of the motor, you're gonna have the Hall sensor wire here. And there's also a little clip on that right there. We're gonna just grab that clip, press it in, and pull this out of place. There we go. And with all our wires removed, the only thing holding this motor in place are 8 screws around the motor's base right here. Now we want to start, there's 2 different sizes of screws here. So there is a Phillips head screw, and there's also a T25 screw. We want to start by removing these T25 screws. As you can tell, they mount into the ring gear down here. And there's really just one thing we want to make sure of as we're removing those. We want to keep our hand right here, because as we remove this last screw here, holding that into place, that ring gear is going to want to drop down, and we don't want that to drop and damage your mixer's paint. There we go. Now all that's left is to move into our last 4 Phillips head screws here. So let's move around this motor and go ahead and remove those as well. Now, as we work to remove this last screw mounting this motor into place, we want to make sure we keep a hand on this motor because it has a tendency to want to drop in the rear, and we don't want it to damage this board. So once that last screw is out, this motor just pulls it out of place. Now, we are halfway there. Like I said, this is not a difficult repair. We are now ready for a new motor. So we're gonna grab ourselves a new motor, and we're just gonna work in reverse. We're gonna drop this back into place. And as we begin to do so, it's pretty self-explanatory. There are 2 little tabs on there. You see those guys? Those drop into some alignment holes. So let's go ahead. We'll get that lined up, and we're just gonna drop that down into place. Just like that. And once that's dropped into place, we're just gonna go ahead and secure it with our Phillips head screws. And finishing up with the last screw here, we do wanna make sure that we get these in nice and tight. And once we have that motor mounted, it is now time to reinstall our ring gear here. You can tell there is a little alignment slot right there. And we wanna make sure that we just align that up with this pillar right here on the front of that motor. And once that is lined up, this should just pop up into place, and then we'll come onto the top side and reinstall our screws. Now, once we finish securing this last screw here into place, we need to come back to our clip. So we have our Hall sensor here. It plugs in right there. You're just gonna loop that up into place and just push it down. You'll hear it click. And once that's clicked into place, you always just want to pull a little bit of light resistance to make sure that it's actually seated into place. And then we will move back here to our power wire, and we'll just go ahead and clip this back into the board as well. There we go. Now, theoretically, at this point in our repair, we should have power back to the motor. This is always a good time. Just plug it in real quick. We just want to test, make sure that we do in fact have power, make sure that the motor is functioning. Just run it up through the speeds, shut it off, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and unplug that. Now, it is time to go ahead and reinstall our Planetary again. So we're just gonna take this Planetary, we're gonna put it right onto the motor shaft and just wiggle that up into place. Once in place, we need to punch this pin back in. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that these pin holes are aligned. So just make sure to line that up, and now we're ready to put our pin in. Now, you should be able to start this pin by hand. So we're just gonna kind of click that into place. Now we can move over to the punch and the hammer and go ahead and get that driven the rest of the way into the machine. And once that pin is driven into place, we can go ahead and just put our top back on. Which, as we know, is pretty simple. We're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna drop the top back on, and then we're gonna install the 4 screws that hold that into place. And once those screws are in place, we're basically finished. It is now just time to go ahead and put the beauty band on the machine. We're just gonna wrap that around and then install the 1 little screw here in the back that holds that band into place. And that is going to conclude the repair. We're gonna go ahead and test it again just to make sure that it's functioning properly, but take a listen. You should now have a brand new running machine. Now that we have the machine functioning properly, there are a few upgrades that I would recommend. One being the quick install spring and washer, which we'll show in just a second. The second is going to be a comfy grip. So all of these handles, they're bare. There's really nothing there. We have this, what's called a comfy grip, and it literally just slides over into place, gives you a nice looking handle. And now it gives you just a better grip to raise and lower the arms on this machine. And then lastly, we have our quick install spring and washer. This is going to greatly improve the function of the machine. I'll show you here in just a second, but we're just going to slide this spring right up the shaft. We're going to split it like you would a key ring, and then we'll just go ahead and we will just twist this spring up into place. And once we have our spring in place, we're going to do the exact same thing with our washer here. We're going to take that, we're just going to slide it right up the shaft, and then we're going to twist that up over into place as well. And the last thing we're gonna do with this spring, we're gonna take it and we're gonna bend it back flush, which results in you having a brand new spring and washer. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna provide downward tension on this paddle. So imagine without this spring, this paddle can just move up and down this shaft, which means you're gonna have a lot of unincorporated ingredients at the bottom. Well, because it can raise about that high off the bottom of the bowl, but this spring keeps it engaged down into your mixture to make sure you have a perfectly even mix every time. And that concludes this repair. Like I said, with the upgrades and the new motor, you should have a better than new machine. This thing is ready to rock. Now, as previously stated, if you need any of these parts, we have a vast selection. Anything for your mixer that you can think of, we carry on our website, mrmixer.store. Now, we have a ton of other solutions for issues that you face with your mixer, so make sure to check out some of our videos, like and subscribe. Now, as always, I appreciate you, and well, we'll see you next time.